Some of them were exempt, and some of them were standard. Now all food items in the country are going to be zero rated.
Consumers in St. Lucia will no longer pay value-added tax on 70 food items, a measure Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre has defended against opposition criticisms amid the rising cost of living. Pierre reiterated at a media briefing that while the government cannot control the price of imported goods, it does have jurisdiction over domestic pricing, including import duties, VAT, and service charges. The Prime Minister revealed that while 25 goods were previously VAT-exempt, these items still incurred charges for transport to supermarket shelves.
There is no health and security levy on food imports. So food that comes into the country, import duty, service charge, and VAT. There are essentially 70 items. Of these 70 items, food items, 25 are currently classified as VAT exempt. VAT exempt means that there is no VAT paid on the food, on the item itself, but there are costs incurred on getting the item to the shelf.
Moreover, VAT was paid on 45 of the 70 items now zero-rated, and the 70 items remain price-controlled. Prime Minister Pierre stated that consumers should anticipate a 12.5% decrease in the price of the 70 previously VAT-rated, now zero-rated goods.
We are removing the VAT on all items, on all of these 70 items. All of them are going to be zero rated. There'll be no VAT on 70 items. What this means is that automatically the goods that are zero rated, the price should go down by 12.5%. Automatically.
The Prime Minister also provided examples of goods whose prices are expected to decrease on shelves, including various meats and poultry.
Backs and necks, wings, etc. They were always VAT exempt, but right now they're going to be zero rated. They move from the exempt status to zero rated. But what should happen? There ought to be some changes in the price, but I cannot vouch for that because I don't know the cost incurred by the supermarket. But turkey legs, right? Before they were standard rated, that means you pay 12.5% VAT. Now they're going to be zero rated. So these prices should go down by 12.5%. All turkey parts should go down by 12.5%. Now, so all turkey parts should go down by 12.5% after a cutoff date that we will discuss in the Chamber of Commerce, a cutoff date.
Items such as split peas, chickpeas, mackerel, butter, and cheese, which were previously standard rated, have now been moved to zero rated status. Imported and local vegetables also transitioned from VAT exempt to zero rated. Prime Minister Pierre disclosed that St. Lucia imports $568 million worth of food annually. He maintains that while the government cannot control the price of imported goods, it can amend charges to provide much-needed relief to residents. The government plans to implement mechanisms to ensure business owners comply with these changes. However, the opposition continues to characterize these measures as insufficient to tackle the broader cost of living crisis. Gina Filippi, HTS News Force.